Hope you guys had a good weekend. Um, Classic contract rollover shenanigans. Yo, UNH is doing. Oof, not great, not great. Take a look at NQZ. Correlated. Good. So we're picking up volume here. Go back to our link. You can see 66K. We're getting there. So that takes over probably in the next couple days. We will be in good shape. I've missed you too, Profitable. What is current contract name? NQU 2025. Next one's NQZ. Is there a plan today? Yeah. Come down, grab the 4-hour gap once this forms, take a long out of it, or the 1 hour, whatever. We could get a 1-to-1. How much volume's on the new contract? 66K is on the new one. The old one was like at 420 something. Yep. Yeah, I'm on eval for right now. These price conditions are not good enough to be trading a funded. So yeah, I will say I have done the connections and Wordle, I believe, for today already. Did them last night with my friends. I probably would. Oh wait, no, I haven't done the connections today. I lied. Did I do the Wordle already? Wait, did I do the Wordle? Oh, I think I did. Yeah, it was the this. No, it was. What was it? I can't remember. Along. Right. That's. Yeah. Is contract rollover always this crazy? Yeah, usually. Dude, okay. Yeah, I actually have to get back testing software. This is bad. I guess we could pick like a random day. Like we could do like replay. Go like select date. I guess I can only go back however many days. Do like December 5th. Go from there. Where's Bryce? Oh, it's just not even working. Okay. Oh, only the 4-hour candle's gonna appear there because it's the NQU 2025 contract. Am I stupid? I gotta go to the continuous contract. You regret missing last Friday? All good, trade boy. How was that 15-second? Which one? There hasn't been a trade today that I've liked. So daily or AM recap, pretty easy. Not a single trade. That was like fantastic. Maybe the pre-market trade here. But yeah. We already swept out London High, so I probably wouldn't try to long. You know. When's the contract rollover thing? Probably tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, we're still in NQU. Uh nah, that's okay, Vert. Thanks so. What's the website I use to check volume? Yeah, I got you. PS could sweep New York low, true. Contract rollover mean bad PA. Yeah, that was one of the things we talked about last week. Are you cooking? Hell yeah, dude. Projection block play. Is OPEX and rollover a different thing? No, it's like the same thing. OPEX is just the Friday of the contract rollover. Are you eval to FOMC? Just to eval in these price conditions. If things clean up like last Friday, I'll trade funded. Someone needs to make a new Discord that doesn't suck. Sorry, this Discord sucks. Oh, you mean like a new software? Um, dude, I'm gonna be honest, man. This is the best. I think this is as good as it's gonna get. This is better than TeamSpeak. This is better than Skype was. This is better than. I mean, the corporate version is Slack. I don't know. I'm unemployed, but how is Slack? We deliver into the one FEG. Would you take a trade? Like the 4 hour, maybe. Yeah, if we got like a nice little V shape off it. Good Baker, how are you? I'm thinking an early connections run here. By the way, don't go to the Renaissance Festival. I mean, unless you're like really, really into it, like you're cosplaying it, dude, not a good experience. You pay, $25 to get in, which isn't too bad, right? But then when you get in, everything is like $15 minimum. No, actually, it was outside, so it wasn't that bad. But the worst part was the dust. It was like so dry, I guess, the last few days that like the ground is obviously like dirt, right? Because all the walking around is going to kill all the plants, and people were just kicking up so much dust when walking that when I got back, my nose was full of dirt. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it was the I got the whole experience. Yeah, Damo, I got soft hands. I don't know what to tell you, man. No, fair night, no. Dream Center sweep 228th and longs. Yeah, that would be dream. Hopefully this 4 hour gap forms and we get longs. But yeah, just like kind of a lot of annoying people there too. And then the parking situation was so bad. Like most of the concerts I go to, like if it's like an outdoor venue, they'll have like 3 lanes for an exit. This one place had 1 lane for probably 2,000 cars. Eventually, I just made my own lane and like went up through everyone. I was in line for like 45 minutes. Yeah, I pulled up with a horse and carriage. Oh yeah, there's some cool fits though. Some people like this is like their thing. All they do. There was a there was a lot of interesting booths. There was like a obviously the typical stuff like tarot, archery, and whatever. But there was like a massage booth there too. It was like 25-minute massage, 35-minute massage, and like the tables were just like outside, so you could see these people like getting massages, and I was like, all right. Did they burn any witches? No, but there was like a magic show, and then there was like somebody shooting cannons. But yeah, I wouldn't do it again. Hey, thank you guys so much for like all the support that I've gotten for the sale. I extended it a few days. I had a couple people like basically say that they didn't get a chance during the last week. So if you guys were interested, there's that. There probably were some D&D people there. I just couldn't recognize it. And I think there was like a Dungeons and Dragons like um thing where you could like buy and sell stuff, like swap stuff, that kind of thing. And then there was also like a pub inside that was what's it called? Game of Thrones themed. It was like Throne of Swords was the name of the pub. When will I roll over? Probably tomorrow. Why not use NQZ? Tradevate automatically rolled me over. I haven't been rolled over yet. When I logged into ES, or when I logged in this morning, ES made me switch, but not NQZ. The volume close? I think tomorrow it's gonna switch. Probably tomorrow. But yeah, it's close right now. Like tomorrow, I bet these two will flip. Murmar is all about the politics, man. I don't want to be bearish. Yeah, nothing has told me order flow is bearish, but I do want to see pullbacks. Just tough because whenever we're at all time highs, you remove half your trades basically. How long is lifetime discount on for? Until Wednesday. Everything is till Wednesday now because that's FOMC. What do you see? Do you or what do you see order flow? I just look at for value gaps. What for value gaps are being respected? Which ones are being disrespected? And I look at the lower time frame and the higher time frame. So like right now, I mean, obviously the 15-minute gaps are all being respected bullish. So I'm just bullish. Come down here, this 4 hour got tapped into. IO Fed reaction out of it, so we're bullish. Yeah, order flow video would actually be good. Be like, here's the easiest way to determine order flow at any given time during the market. All you're gonna do is you're gonna look at higher time frame draws, get your higher time frame in general, go from the daily down to the 15-minute, see what gaps are being respected there, and then go down to the lower time frame and wait for price to align with the higher time frame order flow. There you go. You know when NQ will start to do 7, will give contracts. Clear your throat. Pause. Uh, I don't know. I don't know, Murmar. I think everything will probably be the same, at least for like the foreseeable future, until there's like a change in, I don't know, maybe the algo or something to adapt to the time. Dude, if there's weekend trading, PM stream might get a few more days. Like maybe I'll start streaming on Sunday. I don't know. It'll depend on the volume, to be honest. If weekends are just like, you know, mid, then we won't touch it. But the weekends are, good volume. Start trading the weekend. Are they close to? I don't know. Yo, Murmur, chill. Why be pumping here? I don't know. Connection, Banshee, Carpet, Strand, Pip, Chemistry, Bank, Tile, Heartbreaker, Wood, Spark, Coast, Laminate, Shore, Whaler, Fireworks. So, Chemistry, Fireworks, right? Spark will be the last one. Connection. Carpet, Laminate, Wood, Tile. Bank, Shore, Coast. Last one, Whaler. Yeah, guys, chill. Chill, chill, chill. I think it's Whaler, right? What is it? What's the last one? Yo, wait. Oh, that's not it. Wait, these three were correct? No, it was this. Like these three. I don't get the connection. Oh, that's what it was. Yo, thanks, Tom. I guess we can do Pip. But yeah, I guess let me ask a question. What is the hardest thing that you guys had to learn or are still in the process of learning over the last 2 months? Not necessarily, Brad. Just liquidity. You want to wait for liquidity to be swept. Okay. So a lot of psychology stuff. It's been a while since we talked about psychology. Maybe we could talk about psychology today. Trading, waiting. So a lot of patience, a lot of over trading, figuring out what kind of R to go for. Okay, so that kind of ties into like figuring out conditions. Okay, so figuring out conditions, executions, forcing trades, patience. So yeah, a lot of psychology stuff. Taking B trades. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do for over trading. We'll talk about that first. Over trading, what's worked for me in the past has been first to figure out a way to segment my bad decision making from my good trades, because I think it's the guy who wrote one trading book. What's his name? Help. The one that Ryan references all the time. Yeah, Mark Douglas, right? In the zone. Trading in the zone. In that book, he talks about how it's the it's not necessarily the traders that are good at finding winners that thrive. It's the ones that avoid taking certain trades that thrive, right? A winning trade is just as good as the trade you don't take. And so you have to find a way to, when you're initially learning, to stop placing the same type of trades, the trades that you should avoid taking but you end up taking, and the good trades on the same account, right? Whether that's, just switching off and not trading at all and just paper trading instead of risking positions on eval and funded, whether that's having, the segmentation like I've talked about in the past, where you have two evals or two fundeds, and if you're gonna make bad choices, you only make the bad choices on one account, or stop trading after a loss on one, switch to the other, so you're just spreading out your risk. There's a lot of different ways that you can kind of shape your trading system, kind of help your psychology, right, at first. And then once you've kind of created those systems and put them into place to help you, you have to then establish, okay, what have I seen work in the past at a very high percentage to mimic that going into the future, and what have I seen fail continuously so that I can avoid that, right? And the way that you do that is through data collection, through journaling. You can also figure that out through backtesting like we've done. Um, and to kind of save you some time from having to do that yourself, what I've found is waiting for the extremities of the range with the IPG model eliminates 90% of the overtrading issues you're going to have, because we play this reversal model from the majority of the time, right? Sometimes we take continuation plays. Sometimes we, if we have a good draw, we'll take trades that, come down and sweep out like lunch lows, for example, and then we target the opposite side. But for the majority of the good AM trades, you just wait for external. External really most of the time is session liquidity. So London lows, Asia lows, that kind of thing. Even the new week. And then once that liquidity's been ran, just target the opposite side. And if you just wait for that sequence of events to occur, you're going to solve a lot of your overtrading issues. Like, I'll see people take a bunch of trades pre-market before we've taken out session liquidity, or we have conflicting liquidity, or whatever, and they're trading inside the range, and it's like, well, you're losing because you're not waiting for that external liquidity sweep. And yeah, if it's too difficult for you to stay on the chart while waiting for those setups, this is where I kind of talk about both systems, like we talked about earlier with the idea of segmenting your accounts or whatever. And then the other, on the flip side, is shaping your environment. So one way that you can shape your environment is you're too stubborn and you just want to stay on the charts, and by staying on the charts you end up taking trades. We've talked about setting alerts. Set alerts at external liquidity, wait for one side to get swept, and then, come back after that alert's been hit, right? That's creating an environment that helps you with your psychology, because you're removing yourself from the environment that is tempting you to trade. I mean, that's really like the biggest, general tips that I can give. Obviously, it's kind of a person to person thing. And the easiest way that you'll discover what works for you is simply through data collection. Why do you think data has become the most important thing that our world focuses on? It's because whenever you're able to discover trends about a market, about individual, about whatever, you're able to make choices that are actually based on some semblance of reality. Some they're based in fact, basically, and otherwise you're just going to be randomly guessing about what works. So yeah, takeaways from this: wait for extremities if you're somebody that's struggling with overtrading. Implement some of the systems we talked about, and you know, collect your own data. Figure out what's going to work best for you. What is if there's something that's not working, figure out what that is and change that. I guess that's a good way to wrap up. I guess over trading. What were some other ones? Um, Patience, kind of same thing. Risk management. Uh, Once again, going back to this idea of building systems, right? If you're following the model, you're already on step one of risk management because you have a framework in place that kind of gives you a good idea of where you should enter and where you should put your stop. And then, you know, if you need something beyond that because you have that over trading issue, which we addressed how to fix that, then that's where you go into Tradovate and you set up a DLL for yourself. And the way that you can determine what a good DLL for you would be is go back to that idea of data collection, figure out when you start to spiral, whether that's after one loss, two loss, three losses, whatever. Set your DLL to that loss limit. Um, Good versus bad sweeps. Good sweeps are going to be extremities of the range. Look like a turtle soup. Uh, Another one's going to be session liquidity. And then anytime that our liquidity sweep leads us to being tapped into like a higher time frame unfiltered value gap. So for example, we have this 4 hour here. That low is here at 10:30. This isn't session liquidity, but this low lines up with an unfiltered value gap. So that's how you know that this low is going to be a good place to target for the liquidity for those stops, because you have two liquidity pools here essentially. You have the first, which is just the internal low, and then the second, which is the unfilled for value gap, right? So you have inefficiencies paired with liquidity, like two liquidity pools. Um, so yeah. So yeah, I feel like Vert, with your issue, that's like a psychology thing. Like, sure, you're avoiding losses, and you might be avoiding wins at the same time, but you, if you're profitable at the end of the week, doing what you're doing, then it's maybe not such a bad thing that you might be avoiding winners. Like it's kind of like you're only viewing the one side of the coin, which is that you're avoiding these wins, and you have FOMO about avoiding it, but you're also probably avoiding a lot of losses too. So focus on both sides, the winners and the losers, and if it just happens to work out that you're profitable, then I guess why does it matter if maybe you're struggling right now by having this system in place where you're avoiding these trades. When the market kind of comes back into your favor more, you'll be able to profit a lot from it. And taking a lot of break-even trades is very normal. I'd like to think that for every winner I have like at least three break-even trades, if not more. A lot of break-evens with this model. Reason why is because oftentimes, if we go up and we take that first liquidity point and reverse, usually because order flow isn't confirmed. Yeah, for sure, Bert. Yeah, I mean it's one of those times. You just need some good PA, exactly. Yeah, I mean there's only so much you can do, right? Sometimes the market just isn't friendly for you, and that's why risk is important. For sure, Will. Yeah, yeah. The break evens, but taking a break even trade polish should really only affect you for the first 1 hour that you get break even on, right? After that, doesn't really matter because every single time you end up being up in a trade, comes back to break even. Well, you were already at that drawdown anyway. How do you like SMT? I think they're good. I don't. I mean, we always talked about SMTs in the past. I think the problem is sometimes like we read certain SMTs as like this very important thing that dictates a trade, but all it is a confluence. And all it does for me is allow me to take trades that maybe I would consider as a worse setup because there's no liquidity sweep. But if we get the sweep on one indice, then that allows me to take the trade. But I don't use it to frame my bias. I don't use SMTs to frame my bias. That makes sense. I just use them as an opportunity to get into a trade that maybe didn't have a liquidity sweep, or I use it as an opportunity to maybe dictate my thoughts about a trade when it comes to like you know feeling like kind of on the edge about something, and the SMT kind of breaks that threshold and allows me to enter a position. Adding that by having that extra confluence. Dream scenario, probably wait for 228 to get swept and then along from there. It may be unrealistic at this point because we're just continuing to see price move up, but having this unfilled 4 hour below would be a good target for me.
Oh,
Oh, what's going on?
bro, what are you guys supposed to do, bro?
I'm waiting for the 4 hour to get hit here, and then maybe along from there.
Bro,
Idea right now. If we don't get it, then I'll probably take nothing. I'm already on eval though. If price cleans up like it did last Friday, and we get like a very textbook setup, I'll take it unfunded. But in these conditions, I'm
wait, I didn't even wait. What trade did you take on Friday?
the 5 minute short. We had LRLR below on ES. We had some LRLR on NQ, and it just looked perfect. So I'm like, I'm not gonna
Dude, I don't even
take
think I
this.
saw it.
I just took it to this.
Dude, it's so weird being back in Florida, dude. It's like
Probably way
just so.
warmer.
It's like, bro, it's not that bad, bro.
Good.
Dude, it just feels like a freaking unlimited vacation.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it. Dude, I've seen a supercar every single day. I don't think I saw a supercar more than 3 times where I live in the summer.
Yeah.
Just crazy, dude.
Have you seen this New York Times game called Pips?
No, I haven't.
Got to place the dominoes in the ring. Good. Like it.
Dude, you're telling me I paid $50 a month to watch you play Pips?
Yep.
Come on, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
You could take this 1 minute long. FA
Oh
long.
shit! 1 minute long alert. All right, I'm logging in.
5 point stop. High 7 point. Ooh, break even hit.
Ugh. All right. Well, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna probably be busy the rest of the day. So I'll see you later. If you want to play Ford tonight, let me know. I might be able to play.
Already.
Um, actually, I probably will be able to play, but I'll let you know. All right.
Already.
See you.
Oh gosh. Dude, what I don't really understand is my coupon code still works for giving people discounts, but I'm not receiving any of the commission. Because they took away my affiliate program thing, and they still haven't gotten back to me about it. I'm gonna email them again tomorrow. When's the next MFFU discount? I don't know. They just did like a reset discount. What did I do to them? Nothing. Took it away. Okay. I need to get 63 pips somehow. Thing. Like that's gonna be that. Wars. Okay, so I need to be too short. So I need 2 4s in here. 5s. Means that this needs to go here. It's gonna work. Oh, I see. I literally have to do every single. I have to do like. Oh, I guess that. Got a 1 minute short here. We didn't sweep the high though. Don't have an estimate. So maybe this will finally give us our pullback. If you traded Forex, what pair would you trade? Probably gold USD. No, Fahrenheit, I'm not. So what's your Google Calendar? I have a Google Calendar. Also, somebody asked me about one-on-ones. So I gave 20% off for that too. You guys have been wanting to book a one-on-one. Might be best to wait a couple weeks though. for scheduling purposes. Ooh, actually, I have to block out some. Oh yeah, I gotta make the last quarter dates. By the way, we're literally almost like towards the holidays. Can you guys believe it? We're like halfway through September already. This year feels like it's flown by. UNH is having a rough day. We're back over the 350s again. Yeah. You guys have heard about the theory of like, you know, lack of novelty plus like each year becomes a larger fraction, or wait, no, a smaller fraction of your total life. So novelty tends to slow time down in the brain because you're processing new things. As you get older, there's less new things to experience. And then as you get older, each year becomes a smaller and smaller fraction of your overall life. And so time has a ratio of it. And there's like a study out there that basically found that by the time you're 23 or 24, your actual perceived time is halfway for your lifetime. So technically, through the way that I perceive life, I'm already halfway done. Because you just experience so like time so much slower as like an infant to an elementary schooler to like a middle schooler. Like time just goes by so slow. And then like when you're in your 40s, time just like flies. Like everything just kind of is based on quarters. Weeks become like months, months become like quarters. So as we get older, goes faster. Exactly. So kind of had a good reaction to 3 minute unfilled gap here. We have an unfilled 3 minute up here. Be inversed. Probably take us to one tries. Yeah, Dapper. Yeah, yeah, I believe that. We kind of have a maybe eval long here. 3 minute. Is it even worth it points wise? 10 points? Yeah, I know. Actually, I don't hate the price action right now. We're actually getting 1 minute for value gaps. This was a good soup. 5 minis? Yeah, dude. If PMPA is actually good here, we get another long setup. We had a 6 houses catch on fire in my neighborhood and 3 completely burned down over the weekend. Ten points with 3 minutes is like 600, right? Yep. Why did I set them on fire? Because my trades were too good. No, it was actually a garage fire. Somebody's car, I think, caught on fire. Possible 1 minute delivering from 2. Yeah, possibly. Just missed 50 there. Yeah, Tommy, yep. Yeah, Vert, yep. I don't want to take a funded play with conflicting draws below. Anything you guys want me to review from this morning? By the way, how were the Cahoots? I wasn't there for that. I left after like 10-15. What you guys know about Myrtle? You go over your setting RR and stop loss. Yeah, so basically for the risk tool here, and then what I do, because I usually risk $200 per trade, is set my risk to that, and then my lot size to 0.1 for micros. I'm on the mini chart, and then when I adjust my risk, depending on the size of the stop loss for the trade, I will take that many contracts. So let's say I was to take this 1 minute long here. Okay. I put my stop at like a reasonable close, so maybe there. Or my entry, sorry, not my stop. And then my stop would go somewhere between the ideal stop and the worst possible stop out, which is below here. So I'd probably go like here. Okay. This is about an 8-point stop on the trade, meaning I can risk about 12 micros. And my target would be there for about. Yeah, so Myrtle is basically Hangman plus Wordle, where your missed letters take away lives and you get 10 lives. Okay? You have to try and get the word with only missing 10 letters. Kind of good. I actually kind of like it better than Wordle. I'm gonna go with timer here. Okay, so we have 5 lives left. So now it could be like I something RE something. Or it could be like I R or not that. Like maybe it's like crier. No, it can't be crier. Like what word could this be? Yeah, no, Tommy, for sure. That's smart. What else could this be? I feel like it's gonna be with I at the start. But how do I make this work? Maybe it's like oh no, it can't even be infer. Like what is this word? I feel like maybe it's got to be this. Any ideas? Ideas? I'm kind of pumped right now. Maybe like ride. Okay. So now we have 3 lives left. RIE. Can't be fries. No S there, but that would be not horrible. Fry. Maybe fryer. Ooh, grief. Or grief, is that how you spell it? Jeez. Grief. Hey, we got it. 2 lives left. you show that risk reward thing on Trading View again? Yeah. All it is whenever I take an entry, wherever that entry ends up landing, I set my risk to somewhere between the optimal risk and the worst possible exit. Usually it's about halfway. And then that's how many contracts I can use, and then I just target liquidity. Do you have more experience seeing setups when backtesting or watching them live? I have more experience watching them live, to be honest, than testing. I didn't really spend too much time backtesting. And obviously, when I was first learning the model, but I found I gained more experience through actually seeing the model play out in live, getting used to how NQ operates.
Yo. Yo.
Yo.
Yo, how about them Lions?
Hell yeah, dude.
What do you think?
Hate Ben Johnson.
Dude,
Screw that guy.
you know they beat a Mickey Mouse team, right?
Yeah. Bears are
Yeah,
not
let's
good.
see how they really
Caleb
look.
Williams is a bust.
Yeah, I know.
I think the biggest reason why we lost to Green Bay week 1 is just because our O line didn't really have it together. Our offense is going to be killer this year. Defense, I think we have some work to do in the secondary still, but I think our defense could be decent, probably better than average. So we're definitely a playoff caliber team. It's just going to come down to seeing, who makes it in game of the season with injuries and what. We already have Joe Burrow out for 3 months.
Yeah.
Bills did their thing though.
Yes, sir.
What else crazy? Dude, the
Daniel
Dolphins
Jones?
are so bad.
I know.
Dolphins might be the worst team in the league, unironically. What did Daniel Jones do?
Dude, Daniel Jones has been playing really good.
Wait.
Yeah.
Nah, the Vikings didn't flop last night. JJ McCarthy flopped last night. Dude, I've never seen a team go 14-3 and then drop their quarterback.
Yeah, I know.
That seems like a bad choice in hindsight, but
What happened to Sam Darnold?
he went to the
Raiders?
no
Bills?
Seahawks. Yeah, Seahawks. I kept thinking
he's just-
Seagulls. I don't know why. so funny. We had Chris Jones at the line kneeling out the play, right? He goes to Jalen Hurts. Um, man, I hate you guys, or whatever he said. And then somebody clapped back. He's like, Patrick Mahomes didn't even have 100 yards.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
like
I
kneeling out the
remember.
ball. It's so funny.
Yeah.
What else? Trevor Lawrence is a bust.
Dude, Trevor Lawrence. What is this? His third year?
Yeah. No, like fifth or something, fourth year.
Oh, fourth.
I watched him on one play scramble when he didn't have to. He completely had the pocket defended by
And
his
then he's
O line.
defended by Edge.
Yeah, and then he threw past the line of scrimmage, dude. Hey, that 1 minute worked right there. 3 minute. Yeah, we could still take a look at this. See if this 1 minute ends up being a break even. Yeah, Yuki, thank you. I don't know. I think Green Bay might be better than the Eagles this year. They look good. I think they're Super Bowl ready. I mean, I know as soon as that like somebody breaks their D line, they're going to be a less formidable team, but I don't know who's breaking it. Dude, they need to get rid of Caleb Williams. Yeah, that dude is so bad. Did you watch any of the game?
Yes.
That pick that he threw to Kirby Jones. How about the Cowboys? Dude, that was a crazy game. Hey, what do you think about the Giants trading um Jameis Winston to the Bengals?
What do you say?
What do you think about the Giants trading Jameis Winston to the Bengals to replace Joe Burrow?
That's a good for Burrow. Burrow's in my fantasy team, bro. We he did horrible. We yesterday he got 37 points.
Jake Browning is serviceable, except for the fact that he threw how many picks yesterday? 3. Like I'm just about to start playing every defense that plays against the Bengals and the
Yeah.
Vikings. Dude, what are the Vikings gonna do? What is the Vikings stat chart? Carson Wentz, bro. Okay, it's go. Dude, it's booked. Hey, thank God the Lions are giving a handout right now between the Bears and the Vikings. That's 4 games. We'll probably pick up the other 6 that we need. Hopefully, we split with the Packers. 5 more games from the Lions schedule look like. Browns. Oh, okay, so that's a game. Just need
Yeah, I hope the Giants beat the Chiefs.
that would be funny. That 4 games in a row for Patrick Mahomes. This is the first time he's ever lost 3 in a row. How did you edit
What,
the
Super
R?
Bowl, then the first two?
Yeah, Super Bowl and then the first 2. Yeah, all you have to do, pledge, is you can either right click or you can just double click and it pulls up this. Adjust. Then by just adjusting the box here, changes. Okay, let's see. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, dude. We easily get 11 wins this year. I believe. We have a 1 minute short. Yeah, I'm not gonna be shorting. I'll just be waiting for the long for the full year.
Yo, does anyone want me to take it?
Go for it, dude.
Oh shit, this actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean in normal conditions it would be a good trade, but
Yeah, I want to take a nap. See it.
yeah, what do we think? Is this realistic? So we're 1-1 right now. Win. We're 3-2. 3-3. 4-3. 5-3. 6-3. That are 6-4. 7-4. Maybe we split, maybe we don't. So 7-5. 8-5. 8-6. 9-6. 10-6. 11-6. Bucks are not a layup, but I think we still beat them. I think 11-6 is very real for the Lions. Why did I rectangle off that candle? This is a fair value gap, bearish fair value gap here. This was a bearish inverse to the downside. You think the 1 minute long was good? It was okay. Probably not good. Okay. We're just not really delivering from anywhere. This makes sense to see price come down to the 4-hour gap. Conflicting draw. So there's the break even for the short. See, this is a break even trade. We put in the 5-minute OB to the downside here. That would be really good for this trade. That's not for another 4 minutes. Ooh, is this not going to be a break even? Is anybody in this? This isn't horrible. It's just, shorting at all-time highs. But I actually like this PA. It's not too bad. I did short all-time highs last Friday, Dapper. But the difference between last Friday and today is we don't really have LRLR. We did last Friday. And we had data lows below, kind of. Today we don't really have like a data link. I mean, yes, we still have the data lows below. It's not good. Wow, this short worked. Damn, okay. Thing banked. Also, the short we got on Friday was coming off of external liquidity. This one's off internal. Left dot. The lunch highs up here. I do like how ES is kind of looking LRLR. Oh, that's not ES, that's human. But yeah, see how ES is kind of building up this buy side LRLR here? That could be good to target later on. $18 points. Evals banking? Yeah, maybe I should have said this was a bell trade. I wouldn't say this is like a data. But sure, we'll call it a quote unquote data low. Dang, we actually ran the low. Dude, this will be disappointing actually if it goes all the way to the 4. Go pull back. That means that this was actually not. This PA is pretty good. I mean, we'll get our long setup, I think. Long setup here would be nice. I bet you Dodgy comes back. Yeah, we did have an SMT with ES with AM high and lunch highs. Would I want 50% of the hourly? No, I would just want to pull back to the 4 hour. And let's see how close 50 is. I don't think it's very close. Pretty far. Probably not. I mean, we had the SMT here, but yeah, not up here. This was just an internal play. At all-time highs, a play like this has gotten break-even or lost quite a bit. Here you go. Here's that same play here, even with the SMT, just being a break-even trade. Here's an actually that was good. I guess here's an example of it failing here on the 2-minute. We never hit the low, but you're probably not trading during. An example of the 2-minute final breaking here, and then kind of work. We had a 2-minute SMR this morning. I don't know if any of you saw it. Why was this one not as good? Why did this like? Yeah, exactly, Marlon. Took too long. No, that's okay. Sometimes SMRs can take a while. What else? After a long expansion? No, that's okay. We can get SMRs after a long expansion. Why does this one think? I'm gonna give you guys a little hint. What are the steps to an SMR? Oop, right? Right. Where? I don't even see it. CASD here, breaker. But yeah, the reason why this SMR sucks is because where is our like? Is this a true manipulation leg? Where is price manipulating? Yeah, we don't sweep anything. We don't tap into an inefficiency, so we don't really get SMR. Like by definition of the manipulation leg, this would just be considered like a pattern trade type SMR, right? Also, for this to be like a good SMR, we should have just souped this liquidity here, but we closed above it, so it wasn't a true turtle soup. This one here was better. Came up, we souped the high. Pulled back down. We get the SMR kind of here. CISD here, breaker here, but it's not that clean, right? But we see that it actually ends up working a little bit after we get the inverse. We're coming back up here after price swept this PM low. We have a 4-minute gap here. Potential eval play. Usually I don't short within like 500 points a month. So I would have to wait for like price to come back down here maybe after we ran this. It was shorting. But yeah, if I was looking at this and I saw price death candle here, I would be like, okay, you know, maybe shorts are deep. That LRLR is beneath. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I mean this is decent. 1 hour LRLR here. It could be better if you got rid of this roadblock, but not horrible. So yeah, if we like death candled here through this 4-hour gap, close below this one, putting in the breaker, I might be inclined to short. Last Friday, Vert, I shorted all-time highs when price inversed every lower time frame PD array, and we had LRLR below in the lower time frame, but higher time frame was not at all aligned. So I don't know. I don't know what the condition is. It's just kind of vibes. Like if it looks good, man, sometimes worth taking it. Yeah. Had so much sell side liquidity stacked up there. It just made sense. Made sense with PO3. It's really just like basically all-time highs does, guys. Like I'm gonna simplify this thinking in your head. So normally, normal price conditions dictate certain threshold for taking a trade. That threshold is determined by bias, momentum, time, and model. In my mind, right? It can also be dictated by like, sentiment and a million other factors, right? Data wicks, whatever, right? At all-time highs, threshold for shorts increases dramatically, right? So instead of having like a normal threshold condition for taking shorts, which is just going to be bias, momentum, time, model, the all-time highs threshold increases to like, okay, I'm only taking shorts if like the draw is like insane. Also, I think we got the 4-minute inverse there. Yeah, we closed over by a tick. The problem is we haven't swept or haven't inversed any of these other time frames, but I think it looks really good mechanically. So it's up to you. You want to take this, but I wouldn't hate seeing somebody lose on this trade. I just think the best trade is going to be from the 4-hour. We're just not really like delivering anywhere. Oh, I guess we have the 2-minute, right? 2-minute here to the left. Yeah, this isn't bad if you want to take this. Not horrible. Maybe you just wait for the 5-minute to inverse as well here. Or you wait for the 3 minute, some other time frame to confirm, because no other time frames confirm besides the 4 minute, and I rarely ever use the 4 minute on its own. So small 4 minute gap above. Where? I see the VI. I guess there is a gap here, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna wait out on this. If we get the 3 minute, I'll probably long. We got that. 15-point stop. 20-point TP. Yeah, I'll take this. We get it in 20 seconds here. I'm 100%. You taking unfunded? I don't know. Maybe. What do we think? I mean, how much is this going to get any better? It's risky. True. We have bias. We have momentum. We have the macro. The only thing we don't really have is a great draw. We even have the model. This is A+ mechanically. Yeah. 4 minute is printing. Yeah, I will take this on eval. We get the 3 minute inverse. I think it's a good singular funded trade too. I don't want to bother logging in. You probably could be in right now. I'm being overly concerned. Let's actually use a realistic. So it's going to be about 1 to 1. We do have an SMT here at New York AM low. That could be another reason why this is pretty good. The rating on this one I think is an A setup. It's really not bad. A+ mechanically. Subjectively, it's just we're so close to all-time high. Get along this high up. That's why I'm kind of waiting for all-time frame closes. But I like the SMT at New York AM low. I like the V shape. I like the momentum. I like the macro. We'll be generating LRLR on the 1 minute if this rejects. No, not to the downside. You're saying maybe to the upside? No, it's probably too steep on the side. No close above here for the 3 minute. Wait for 3 o'clock. Are any of you guys in this already? 4 minute entry. Fun and play for you. This would be like a singular funded. I'm probably gonna take this on an eval because it's taking too long to inverse that last time frame. Do you have a live account, or do you just? I have a live account for trading options. But for prop firms, I just trade futures. Still working on going to live with MFFU. I've been focused more on my apexes the last couple months because they've been closer to getting payout. And or not last couple of months, I guess last 4 weeks or something. And then I've been focusing on funding ticks like the last week here, just trying to get those. Think FOMC will crash the market? If they don't cut rates, yes. I think like 3 weeks because they were 25K, so it wasn't crazy. I was just risking like 150 a trade. But yeah, I'm just still waiting for the payout. It's been like a week now I requested it. Like I'm waiting for them to pay my bank account. Maybe I need to make sure that my bank account is set up right with them after today, because I feel like they should have paid me by now. Scenarios for FOMC, I mean, it's just basically up to the rate decision. We're just going to form a data wick at 2 o'clock off the rate decision, and then the Q&A will create manipulation, so hopefully we get a trade before 2:30. If we don't get a trade before 2:30, then we'll have to wait until after 3. How long did they take to approve? I think it only took like 3 days. So 3-minute does not inverse there. And it's break even for the 4-minute, so invalid on the 3, the 2. That's unlucky, man. So if you're in for the 4-minute, good job. You're breaking even now. Or the 5. Oh, a cut due? A rate cut would just probably send the market higher. Because all it does, dropping interest rates means that borrowing becomes cheaper. So 5-minute here was a break-even trade. 4-minute still in this. You might even be able to scale if you're in for the 4-minute. Your risk was pretty low. No, a rate cut would make borrowing cheaper, which means that borrowing for businesses becomes cheaper and borrowing for purchasing stocks becomes cheaper. Stock buybacks become cheaper, cost of production becomes cheaper. Everything becomes cheaper when rates are lower. It usually means the market should respond positively. But not cutting rates or hiking rates would dump the market. Because right now the market's priced in a rate cut. So probably what will happen is we'll just be flat if we cut rates as expected. If we cut rates more than expected, then we'll probably see. Actually, that's not necessarily true. If we cut the rates more than expected, the market might dump to that because then it's like, oh, this is an overreaction from the Fed. You know, this is going to make the economy unstable and we'll become fearful. But most of the reactions to FOMC are just emotional. Fear of the future. Sometimes, Alex. The 15-minute equal low significant. I don't see 15 minutes. What are we talking about? But yeah, does this make sense? Basically, in order to short at all-time highs, you just need, you know, your threshold is increased. Just above London lows. I mean, if I can't even see them on the chart, then they're probably not significant. No, these aren't significant. They're relatively. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? Because we've kind of missed out on our opportunity to launch, and prices got choppy again. Yeah, we're invalid now. I mean, I guess we could wait for maybe this gap to inverse here. 30-second protected. Yeah, 1 minute protected as well. Thanks, Trade Boy. Is Dream Scenario still plausible? Yeah, we'd have to pull all the way back. Yeah, I guess it could be plausible. See if the 4 minutes of break even. Four-minute got break even as well. Thank you, Scale there. Break even on rest. Good play to the ones that took the 4 minute. Obviously, 2. Oh, damn, Marlon. That's tough. One of my friends sent me this tweet. Thought it was fun. No, we haven't taken any trades yet. We have a confirmation set up here in the 1 minute. What do we think? What do we think? I mean, the 3 minutes still hasn't closed above yet, right? Yeah, we still haven't closed above the 3 minute. What do you? Oh, what? How do I alert? Interesting. No, but I'll say when I'm getting in. I'll also say what type account I'm using to get in because some trades are good for evals and some trades are good for fundeds. Yeah. Thanks for joining, dude. I mean, yo, we're all taking this, right? I'm kidding. But like, is this that bad? Didn't qualify. This is a. I don't love the close. I think we close to the tick there. So yeah. Your target's high resistant. Yeah, yeah. Good, really good paper trick. I don't even think we closed above the 3 minute there. Yeah, we still haven't closed over the 3. All right, there's the 1 minute. We close above the 5 minute there for the OB. We did. We still haven't made the 3 minute inverse though. What's a confirmation setup? It's just a long off an inverse. So we get the initial inverse here, which kind of signals the reversal. And then if you get like a long setup off of that, that's the confirmation. So this would be considered an inverse play off of an inverse. And this one's decent because we came down, we ran the low inside the gap, expected the gap, higher out of this 5 minute. So I'm like, this could be an eval play. We're not really in a macro right. I was the 1 minute short at 239. Good. This was actually decent. If we weren't at all-time highs, I would have taken this. I liked it because we had really good momentum to close there. And we respected this 1 minute gap above. Guys, I need 10 points here to pass my. I really hope that this trade moves. That would be nice. So I'm taking it? Yeah. An exercise until point true. Where are the siren noises? I don't know. I think the siren malfunctioned. Guys, the top set, is it not too late to enter? You can enter until 4:10. But yeah, we're just back in my. We did make an SMT at this high here. For the reason back. If we come up here and make a higher high, I'm gonna go break even. Why not 415? I don't know. I think it's either 415 or 410. I'm not sure. I just know MFFU is 410. I thought they were the same. Evo, yeah, I'm in this on Evo. I just have my stop down. I don't think this is like a fantastic trade. I'd probably rate this like a B setup. I don't know. I'm probably taking this more out of board and then setup. Yeah, we did tap the 5-minute below exactly. That's why I had my stop place there because price shouldn't come back. We should just respect the pullback to tap the retrace and then we high day again. And I don't think we're gonna see the 4-hour get tapped. If we would have seen expansion through this low, but instead it was just a liquidity sweep, and then we ended up respecting that 2-minute gap. Is Wednesday AM low-key cooked? Yeah, probably not gonna be amazing. Well, I think I'm gonna need 20 points. That's just great. Great. Got knocked out there. L. Do I trade NQ or MNQ? Both. Alex, if we don't have news tomorrow, probably. Yeah, we just have retail sales tomorrow. We have retail sales and then 10 a.m. I mean, retail sales normally doesn't We got a 2-minute inverse back up here. What's my win rate on funded plays? Usually like high 60, low 70%. Depends on the. See if we can inverse. Usually 250. This is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. You could re-enter the eval play here if you guys. I'm not gonna make any call outs in this game. Pretty unpredictable. That looks pretty crazy. Up the low. Yeah, we're very high in the range.
Dude, that 1 minute was so good.
Yeah, what up?
Dude, I wish I took that freaking 1 minute.
It would have been break even.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
how?
A 1 minute? Oh, the short.
Yeah, bro.
It's alright.
Dude, that was an A+ setup.
Yeah, it's all time highs though.
There's still A+.
Oh well.
Well,
This 2-minute long doesn't look bad.
No, I'm not trading. Dude. Dude, you walk outside and dude, there's instantly like 10 supermodels, bro.
Back at home. Back in paradise. Dude, this 2 minutes about to cook.
Dude, I don't understand how there's the girls here are like 10 times prettier than where I live. Well, upstate. Dude, I'm in Florida. Fort Lauderdale.
I don't think there was any good trades today. 1 minute short right now.
Dude, I'm debating on whether I should set my sim up again. I have an apartment.
How close are you to the facility that you go to?
What?
How close are you to the facility that you go to? Then
Pretty far.
pretty far, then do it.
Yeah.
It beats traffic. Yeah, maybe we'll see her move at 3:30 here. That's what's been happening with price run 5 day after. Yeah, for bias, I just use this pretty simple formula. The bias equals draw on liquidity plus order flow. And so once you've established higher time frame order flow and you found a good couple draws on liquidity to pair with that, if bullish order flow, you pair that with buy side liquidity. If it's bearish order flow, you pair that with sell side. And then that's kind of what curates your bias. So on a day where, let's say I have a buy side data wick intact, I'm going to wait for higher time frame bias to tell me, okay, we're bullish, or lower time frame order flow. Take a trade that kind of aligns with that. Like right now, our order flow in the lower time frame and the higher time frame is bullish. And so I'm just looking for trades that align with that order flow, right? Right now, that 1 minute short doesn't really taking it. Copy. We can. I know we're gonna run the highs at some point, though. Definitely gonna happen. All it's gonna take is one spirited individual, a lot of money, to buy the highest point in the market. We get to go. You call your grandma? Alright, appreciate it, Sal. Gnome joins PM and instantly starts full sending. Love it, love it. 5 minis. Hell yeah, dude. What might half past do? I think we're gonna pump, hopefully. Finally start to see expansion. That's what's been happening at 3:30. Good move. Alright, we just put in the next 30-minute candle here. Dude, ES and NQ are kind of uncorrelated right now. This price action is pretty bad. Ever since like 3 o'clock hit, I feel like it hasn't been definitely better early. Hmm. I don't know. It's not really seeming like it wants to go up here. Like maybe it would have ran soon. Go up. Yeah, maybe I'm speaking too soon. Maybe I give it a second. Is AM better than AM is better than PM, isn't it? Yeah. Usually in AM there's just more setups because there's like more volume, right? A little bit more volatility. I think PM, AM you can be profitable because there's more setups doesn't necessarily mean lose or to win. If you're not somebody who can be patient, the spot for you. But if you're looking to improve upon your patience, as you can see today, we just had to be patient all day. That was the same with AM though. Oh, true. No News Monday will be like that. Patient all day. I'm just hoping we can figure it out right now. Pick a direction and start dropping sideways. Yeah, for sure. No, that's a lot of people care of in the Maybe we're figuring it out. I almost wanted to get up there. What would you do if we inverse this 1 minute? This one to the left, nothing. Nice, no. Congrats, dude. This thing doesn't want to break. Maybe no. Email me when you're all out. Sure. Did we inverse that last 1 minute here? Yeah, we got it. Okay, so we should be good to the highs. Obviously, like break even on the 2 minute point. No, Benjamin. Okay. Maybe there's hope. Guys, I'm now 4 points away. Passing this. Real close. Then I can start trading funding ticks. It'll take me like probably 3 weeks to a month to get a payout with them. Need 2300, give you a play. Wait for the 4 hour to get tapped, take it long. What is my contract size for evals? Like a mini. 2 minis, whatever. Past? No, I wasn't in a trade right now. I sold everything at this high. Then I was looking for like a re-entry from down. Yeah, just 4 points. Part of me is tempted to just long right here. Target 4. Yeah, man. Like just taking advantage of like the 345 volatility. 4 points. I don't know though. I mean, it could be scary. I think I'll do it. What did we tap that caused us to dump? Oh, we hit that last 30-second gap here. Okay, so yeah, we probably need to take out this IRL here. Is it over the session? Yeah. Clean chart, profitable. I'd rate it like a 7 out of 10. I like the ketchup and mustard thing going on. All right, I did it. I got 4 points. Dude, that was close. I almost didn't pass on the 4th point there, but Yeah, I just got it done. 2 cents over. Okay, so now we have some funding Tix accounts to work with. Be good. $0.02. That's probably the closest I've ever passed an account by. 2 cents. Waited for the 345 volatility to kind of get us up there for the gamble to go green. Oh, you need 3,000? Nope, just 2,500 for funding ticks. What's the drawdown? 2,000. Yeah, different than usual. We're moving. We're moving. Which trade did I take? I was just scalping. I tried taking this long, and I got stopped out on it. And then I re-entered, sold at the high here. Then I just got the last 5 pump candle here. Got it. No rhyme or reason, just scalping. So we hit PMI. Obviously, we just have lunch highs left. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, profitable. You're right. I don't really hate on Apex. The only reason why I hate on Apex is sometimes their denials for rules make no sense. So yeah, I'm thinking this 350 macro is probably going to be a bust. So, any more questions? Anything that I missed from stream that you guys need me to go over? Otherwise, I think I'm gonna What are macros? Yeah, macros are essentially the first 10 minutes and last 10 minutes of the hour. And the reason why they are important or why we care about them is because during that time is usually when we'll see price run liquidity. And the explanation for it can simply be looked at as something AMD will usually form at that time. The power of 3 put into the wick at that time, usually at 10 o'clock when the candle opens. And we'll get this increased volatility where price will come down to put in the wick and then come back up, kind of like our Friday play. We're looking for something like that, but on the daily. And 315 to 345 will usually result in daily wick for the. Okay, Vert. Yeah, no, I've been keeping up with it. Sometimes like I'll like wake up on a Monday. I'll be like, dude, this is a no news Monday. Like I just don't even feel like getting up, and so I won't be on my PC. I'll just start doing it for my. What I did this morning. Bit of a try. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Monday evening, and I'll catch all of you tomorrow for PM. Peace.